Hello there. Whisky looks like this. But this is a relatively modern approach. Mostly, it used to look like this. Now, what happened? Well, there are two stories about how this happened. One is probably true, the other is definitely a myth. Almost definitely a myth, but definitely more entertaining. The true story is that sherry and port casks came to this country in abundance, and once they had been emptied of their liquid and that liquid had been bottled, those empty casks were sent up to Scotland, where they were refilled with whisky, which was sent back down south, where the liquid was bottled once again. Over time, people realised that the longer the whisky was kept in those barrels, the tastier, smoother, and darker it became. Others say that a cask was forgotten somewhere in a warehouse, and was deemed to be wastage until someone decided to taste the liquid. Some version of that story is essentially how whisky came about. However, I have a better story. The English government imposed malt tax, excise tax, duty, and lots of other things on the Scots producing whisky. This caused most of the whisky industry to ignore this and go underground, avoiding the bastard English being money-grabbing bastards. When the excise and customs officers came to call, the Scots would hide their whisky in barrels. Those barrels would then also be hidden, usually in the mountains or in caves along the coastline. Lo and behold, when this contraband whisky was retrieved and tasted, they noticed that A, it had gained colour, and B, had become smoother. Personally, I prefer the second story, as it adds a touch of romance. Which story do you prefer, and which one do you think is true? Cheers.